YouTube, hello, welcome back to Final Fantasy 13. So I wanted to get through the rest of the chapter 13 section of Orphan's Cradle, so I could get to the grinding bit of Final Fantasy 13, because I want to make sure that I do that stuff offline so that the folks both in my live stream and here on YouTube, so y'all don't have to watch all that for me grinding and all that fun stuff, because I imagine most people are just simply not interested in that. So a little bit more of an intimate episode here. I'm not gonna have the app on screen. We're not gonna have a camera on. No, nothing like that. We're just gonna chill. I'm gonna get through the last story bit of Final Fantasy 13 here, and I'm gonna put this at the front of the finale episode, which obviously will come after this bit here. And I'll have chapters here where I have like chapters on YouTube specifically, where this part ends, and then the finale episode for the Twitch VOD actually begins. But for this one, it's just gonna be me recording this offline. I'm just gonna share this with everybody here on YouTube, and then the folks on Twitch, if they're interested in seeing the bit that they missed, all they have to do is load it up on YouTube, and they'll be able to watch it here instead. I appreciate y'all watching the series. Hope y'all have enjoyed the series so far. I've been going through the entire Final Fantasy series as a marathon, which has taken a long time at this point. But it has been a very, very fun journey for folks that have missed any of it. If you're interested in checking it out, it is here on YouTube and in playlists on my profile, so you can go check that out. I'll be doing some cuts in here, bits and pieces, just to try to make this flow a little bit better, which is, you know, not what I normally do for these type of playthroughs. I usually just keep things flowing as best I can, but I just keep it generally like the VOD. I just keep it as is, just because I want to, like, you know, have the full experience in here. I don't want to like cut anything out and have people miss stuff, but you know, if I have like repeat fights and stuff, you know, I'll just cut it out and we'll just keep having fun with the game as we continue to have fun with it. This is one of my my favorite modern Final Fantasy games, and I've enjoyed sharing this moment with folks, because I know Final Fantasy 13 does not get necessarily the best rep in general as a game, even though I think it deserves its flowers, especially at this point, because the general opinion of Final Fantasy 13 has certainly, at least in my opinion, improved over the years. But it's certainly not where I think it needs to be. I think that this game is much better than people gave it credit for. It definitely has reasons to criticize. Like it is not a perfect game by any stretch. But I certainly think that it gets a lot of hate that is unnecessary for a modern RPG at all. I think it gets a lot more hate than needed. But this game has been fun. The series has been fun. I've really enjoyed sharing this with folks. I hope you all have enjoyed it as well. And, you know, yeah, we're going to be doing the entire Final Fantasy 13 trilogy, so if you're interested in checking that out, make sure you pop by our Twitch page. We will not be immediately going into Final Fantasy 13-3, or 13-2 rather, because I had skipped Final Fantasy 12 to start this marathon ahead of the Final Fantasy 13 collaboration with Ever Crisis. And since that has now since long come and gone, it has been a long time coming for me to actually finish this series. For folks that don't know, I got a shoulder injury back in like the beginning of the year. It was around January, and I've been going to multiple doctors, physical therapy, trying to get it figured out, trying to figure out what exactly is wrong with it, try to figure out how to make it better. And unfortunately, we've just not come to a solution yet, or at least not a permanent solution. And so as of right now, I've still been kind of like streaming when I can, but not as much as I'd like to, which is a bummer. But again, it's one of those moments where you just kind of have to take a step back and just go, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. And while it's certainly not where I want it to be, and while I would prefer to make more content and be online more often and share more stuff with everybody, you know, I just have to kind of do what I can, and I'm doing what I can and I'm enjoying it. So I hope you all are too. But yeah, we will be getting through the rest of the Final Fantasy games. At this point, we are only missing the few Final Fantasy games that we're missing at this point are Final Fantasy 13-2, 13-3, and Final Fantasy 12, which is coming next. Final Fantasy 12 is coming next. And then Final Fantasy 15, and then we're done with the Final Fantasy Marathon. We will be adding, for folks interested, we will be adding Final Fantasy Resonance to the Final Fantasy Marathon. So if you're interested in watching that live, we'll be playing that on the release over on our Twitch page. And obviously, again, if you're not into the live stream scene, you prefer to see the VODs afterwards, so you can have like the full control of, you know, YouTube's player system and stuff like that. You're more than welcome to watch it here on YouTube. I will post them on YouTube as soon as they are done, just like I always do. But yeah, I've really been enjoying the Final Fantasy 13 series so far. It's been a lot of fun. Like I said, I wish we could have gotten through this a little bit quicker so we could move on to some of the other Final Fantasy 13 games, because I think that other folks will enjoy 13-2 and potentially even Lightning Returns a bit more, depending on like what you're looking for in a game. I think 13 in general has the best plot of the three. I don't think that's a hot take. In terms of the gameplay, it's between 13.2 and 13.3 for me. I'm not 100% confident how I feel about that, like in general, like which one I think is the best. 13.2 I think is really fun, and I like the dynamic of like the monsters being the third party member, and I think that's a really fun mechanic. I enjoyed that in Final Fantasy X-2 as well. It was just a neat way to you know, let you have more fun with the characters of the game, right? The monsters of the game, and use them in a way that is like not the norm, I guess is the best way to describe it, right? Which is, I don't know, it's just nice. It's nice. It's nice to have a different way to have the monsters of the series used in a way that's fun to watch and fun to interact with. Let's see. I think I was just going through Ravager at this point. I know it looked like I was pretty much done with Commando, but I think Ravager is where I want Lightning to be for the grind section, so I should be really getting her Ravager up. Go back to Commando for Fang, because she's going to be my main Commando when I do all the grinding stuff. Hope will be my main Synergist, so I need to make sure that this is maxed out. Get Stopka, which isn't the end of the world. I believe I'm working on... Did I already get Cold Blood with... I did. Okay, great. We'll just stick with Ravager for Saz as well, then. Snow's just Sentinel. Yeah, he's already done there. So, Commando or Ravager is the next one. Commando it is. Get that capped out as well. And then Vanille, I'm saving all her stuff for a Saboteur, so we'll just keep letting her stack up. Okay, great. Keep moving. So at this point, again, these fights are not fights that I'm super interested in at this point. These are continued repeat fights. This fight is not necessarily hard. It's just a pain in the butt. Because the sacrifices all do debuffs. And so what I'll do here is I'll just try to, like, get some debuffs down onto them. And then get some buffs onto me. I really just need haste. We should be fine.
Thanks.
Let's go over to this one really quick. Fire Thunder will help.
Thank you.
Keep our stuff on. And then we're going to go to Combat Clinic just to get ourselves healed up. And then we're going to do some Isunas as well. Yo, okay. And then just Delta Attack. And now we should be able to take out one of the sacrifices now. For folks who have been watching the series up until this point, you'll know that the sacrifices are not necessarily a difficult enemy. They're just annoying. So not going to be a very difficult fight. Just, you know, again, just trying to keep them staggered and make sure that you don't go down to the death attack. Got to go to Combat Clinic here. Took way too much damage there. Okay, in the back of Delta attack, we should be able to finish off the sacrifice before it goes for the stagger ends. Oh yeah, no problem. And now at this point, we're actually a little weak because of Imperil, so we do want to go back to Combat Clinic for a bit here, just to get Isunas down to make sure that we've got the Imperils off, so we don't take as much damage from those AoE lightning attacks. And then back to Delta attack. At this point, we should be fine because the Commando guy, he's going to be going towards Fang because of Sentinel. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Yeah, but if you have not played the series for Final Fantasy XIII yet, I highly suggest playing Final Fantasy XIII at the bare minimum. While 13.2 does not get the best port onto Steam, unfortunately. I don't know how well Lightning Returns runs on Steam. But I will tell you that I've been playing this game entirely on Steam. So if you're interested in playing Final Fantasy XIII, although I wish it was had a modern port, because as of this moment, it doesn't. The Steam version does run well, so it's not a bad port by any stretch. But I do think that it runs well enough that it's worth giving it a shot. Okay. Should be in a good spot here. Let's just get this sacrifice out of here. Once the sacrifice is down, this is an easy fight.
Give it your best shot.
Okay, so really quick, go back to Combat Clinic here. We just want to get the Imperil off again. And then off on her as well. Back to Delta attack.
Give it your best shot.
Templar, not Commando, sorry. But yeah, but like I said, I didn't want to have to stream this because recording these moments is a lot easier for me if my shoulder starts to hurt or my chest starts to hurt, because I guess I didn't mention this on stream either, but like the shoulder pain has gotten to the point where it's so bad that my other muscles are compensating. So I'm starting to get some like chest pains that are not concerning, just so everybody's clear. All of my blood work, all of my blood pressure, everything's great, right? I'm not in any medical danger or anything like that. But my other muscles are starting to compensate for the pain in my shoulder. And as a result, it's made it very difficult to live stream for long periods of time, just because as those muscles start to get overused, they just start to get hurt, they start to get sore, and there's really no there's no immediate solution to that. I just have to do like a full 30-minute rotation of stretching and relaxing and trying to let the muscles like calm down a bit, to the point that like that's really the only thing I can do. And in the live stream space, I don't know if anybody's had to wait on a Be Right Back stream for 30 minutes, but it's not something I assume most people want to do. Whereas the YouTube side of things, I can just pause the recording, I can just tack it on at the end, I can come back to this afterwards, and y'all won't be any the wiser, which is nice. Obviously, so far this has been pretty cut and dry. I don't even think I'll have made any edits at this point. But just a little peek at the reason why we're doing it the way that we're doing it this time around, and hopefully things will change over soon. It's been a long time, obviously. Like I said, it's been nearly 6 months of trying to rehab and get better and make things better here, but it just hasn't improved. And hopefully that changes soon. But for now, it is what it is. I get the feeling I have the wrong team for this fight. Good thing we saved. Go ahead and Libra here. And then Libra here as well. Let's see what we've got. So it is immune to physical attacks and immune to magic attacks than the individual units themselves. Bandersnatch has way less HP, which I assume is for a reason. Jabberwocky also has all weaknesses, but it is got a huge chain resistance. It feels like we want to be on strategic warfare here to get some buffs down.
I'll deal with you.
Let's target the Jabberwocky, right? That's the bigger one. Let's target the Jabberwocky first. We'll switch over to medics here just to get healed up. Took a little bit too much damage there. Go back to strategic warfare. No big deal. Get shell down. Do 2 Curas here. Then back to strategic warfare. I see, they buff each other. Looks like the little one heals. And then what is the other one doing? Is the other one giving like buffs to the other enemy? Bounty on the wood. Could be.
Thanks.
Getting fire down. Once we get offensive buffs down, I think we should be fine to just go all in here. We might have to be on Delta attack just to keep the single target attacks onto Fang. But you can see here that it does do quite a bit of AoE damage, so we want to make sure that we have our offensive and defensive buffs on. We'll make sure Hope gets his buffs on as well. Lightning should be out of range, except she ran into it. Lamau. I'm gonna be greedy here. Switch to Combat Clinic, get some heals. Need a little bit more onto Lightning here before we go into this Delta attack. Now, Jabberwocky is immune to magic attacks, so Hope will not be doing any damage here, but he is going to get that stagger gauge up, which is all we're really looking for. We haven't fire onto Lightning, so she's going to be doing most of the damage. Yeah, so he is healing the little guy for like 60,000. That's way too much, so the big guy's got to go first. Again, I'm certainly not an expert in Final Fantasy 13. I played this game a lot over the years, so I know enough to be able to, like, clear the basic game and stuff like that and do, like, most of the post-game grind. I remember most of that. But, like, these individual boss fights with the little boss fights, I don't remember them perfectly, so I hope folks don't mind. I do the best that I can, but can't remember every detail about every game, right? All right, and now I should be able to just knock this thing down without any concern. I can't imagine it's going to be able to get healed enough by the little guy. Again, Hope can't do any damage here, but that's not that big of a deal. We'll just launch it back up. And then 2 more attacks, it goes right down. Perfect. Alrighty, so now, pretty simple. This one is just halved with all the elements, so we just need to go to all magic attacks at this point. We'll just keep Fang on Sentinel here, so she's taking all the attacks. And then once we get it to a stagger point, we'll switch over to Relentless Assault, so we can just finish it off. Or at least get its stagger meter up. We'll probably have to go to the double commando aggression, I think the paradigm's called. It's actually a perfect time for the challenge to go down anyways, because we can just switch over to all offense here. If I get it up to about 500-ish%, we should be good to go. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, go to aggression. And then just all ruins. Looks like it's going to be 2 rotations for this one. This is looking like a debuff moment, unfortunately. Where we needed to have like D-Protect and D-Shell on. Because its defenses are pretty high. Yeah, D-Shell is probably what we needed. But the good news is we're going to have to do 2 rotations for this anyway, so we can just fix that problem right now. Switch over to Gorilla. Imperil will make our elemental attacks do more damage as well. I don't believe it's immune to slow either. It's immune to daze. I don't think it's immune to slow. So we should be able to get slow down. We should be able to get curse down. It's already staggered. There's slow. There's fog. Yeah, we should be good to go. All right, let's go ahead and go to aggression. This should finish it off this time. Pretty easy fight. Nothing crazy here. The big thing was just taking out the big guy because he had that big deal. And down he goes. Yeah, no problem. Didn't get a good star rating on that one, but it doesn't really matter. At this point, we get 32,000 Crystal points, Star Blossom Seed, and a Moon Blossom Seed. You can see our dungeon is now updating once again. And so our new items that we just received, I believe, were they components? No. Yeah, they were. There you go. So these are just, basically can be sold. It's just money. Also got some more CP when we want to use it. No big deal indeed.
Where's this end?
Good question.
If there is one, I can't see it.
I can't do this. All these Seath were people once. Like us.
But that's what Bartanilus is going for. Don't you see? Make us feel guilty, lose faith. And the second we give up, it's focus time.
Wait till we're broken, slip on the leash.
Yeah, well, when you think about it, having all this empathy, it puts us humans at a big disadvantage.
Maybe. But it's also what makes us dangerous.
Tell him.
Fang? What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. Just that time's running short.
It's okay. My mind's made up this time. We'll just make Cocoon our home.
Yeah. I guess we will.
Voila. Problem solved. Alright, go ahead and pop a save in real quick. Let's get Fang's weapon upgraded. I do want to double check and see which weapon I want to have her upgrade. I was using her debuffing weapon for a while because I wanted to have better debuffs, but that's obviously not going to be the thing that I keep her on forever. I'll probably end up using, I think it's just the Bladed Lance that I end up using with her. Improved counter is great for her Sentinel, right? Partisans is good for magic damage, which we're not too worried about. I'm pretty confident that Bladed Lance is her best offensive weapon. Let me double check really quick. I have a sheet that I have offline that I've been keeping track of. Okay, it looks like I have on here that the taming pole is the one that I'm like the most interested in, just because it does have the best magic and physical together. It does come with stagger lock, which prevents staggering of enemies, but Fang never is on Ravager. So she'll never be the one doing the stagger, so it doesn't really matter. Whereas Lightning does have Ravager as like one of her main roles, so it matters more with Lightning than it does with Fang. Where Fang's 3 main roles are Commando, Sentinel, and Saboteur. So having the stagger lock is not the end of the world for her. So let's just do the taming pole. I'm gonna get that upgraded now. I'll probably keep this part of it, and I definitely cut out me like looking up my notes, so y'all didn't have to sit there and watch this or watch that. There's no real right answer in this game, which is the best part about Final Fantasy 13. You can just kind of like do whatever, you know, is the most fun. Like if you enjoy making Fang a Sentinel and you want her to be a good Sentinel, you can just make her a good Sentinel. It doesn't have to be anything in particular, and everybody's gonna have their opinions on what they think or believe is better or not, right? Perfume Citrus Syllables, right? So yeah, so let's just do these Talons. Their EXP bonus times 3. And then at this point, I should have enough money in my account at this point to just sit here and use basically whatever we need to. These particle accelerators are the things that we like the most, I believe, which are 19,000 each. Yeah, so we definitely don't need that much. I did save, so if I screw this up, I can always like fix it afterwards. But I think we'll probably only need to use like 5 or 6 here to get it to the star. Let's go with 5. Yeah, okay. That may have been too many, but like for now, I'm not really too concerned about it. Let's use the Uranite to get it upgraded. Goes up to Venus Gospel. We'll get our times multiplier back up using Sea King's board, or beard rather. There we go. And then I will just use a couple more of these these particle accelerators, and that should finish us off. Let's just honestly, I think I can just use all 10. I don't think it's even gonna max it out. Yeah. Okay, and then honestly, this is probably fine at this point. It's not gonna be as strong as like Lightning's weapon at this point. I believe is probably stronger. 323 and 323, and this one's 276, 276. Yeah, like slightly lower. But this is going to make Fang, you know, just a slight bit stronger than she was before. Most of the damage upgrades are coming from their Crystariums at this point, anyways. So having these huge weapon upgrades is not going to be like that big of a deal at the end of the day. It does help, obviously, but it's not like our primary concern. Just getting more Crystarium points and using that as the way to go. Anyway, what was I yapping about before? Oh, I was yapping about my shoulder and live streaming in general. Yeah, I've been trying to do as many live streams as I can. As obviously for folks that have been watching our YouTube content, I've been doing some YouTube live streams as well, trying to get through things like Dragon Quest and Pragmata and stuff like that. And then I was also recording like Resident Evil Requiem. And the issue is that my capture card died in the middle of that, and so it's been very, very difficult to do any content that I was doing off of my computer, basically. So anything on my PlayStation and the Switch, etc., has been pretty difficult to actually make content around it. So I appreciate folks being patient. Obviously, we have not been able to complete the things that I would like to have completed at this point, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna, no use crying over spilled milk, right? Okay, so at this point, I think we can go either way. I don't know if there's a point to going right or left. Right has a lot of Seath that I don't care to fight anymore. I do not see any items over there at all, so I'm going to go to the left, I think. I do want to fight this guy, for sure. Because I don't think we can fight him again for, like, the compendium's sake. So I want to make sure that we get this done here. So let's go ahead and just Libra. Honestly, just wait for the blade to get formed, and then I'll just Libra scope to get both of them. And that way we can get all of it done. Yeah, okay. No huge immunities for either of these guys here, so we should be fine. Let's just go over to Gorilla. And focus down on the blade. We'll have to switch to Combat Clinic here in a second to heal up, but actually we'll have to do it immediately.
Give it your best shot.
Then back to Gorilla. Man, that killed her immediately, eh?
Got your back.
Go strategic warfare instead. We've got Bar Thunder and Haste on, so we should be able to take out this Blade alone. Wait for Hope to get all of his buffs down. We'll take this slow. Is it weak to fire? Oh, the other guy is. Okay, right on. She must have got Imperil down on that guy. Bang did. She did indeed. Great. All right, we'll wait for offensive buffs just like before. Once we get our offensive buffs up, we'll go ahead and switch over to Relentless Assault. All right, let's rock and roll. I love that it's just wagging its tail and it's nowhere close to even hurting us remotely. I don't think we're going to be able to stop it from forging the blade before we stagger it. It's going to be close. Oh, we got it. Great. And then if we switch to aggression, this thing's going down immediately. Yeah, it's done. Great. Perfect. And then I don't think this actually does anything. Oh, it's a warp. I wonder, do I take this warp now? Or do I go around the sides or something first? Let's see. I think I do warp here. Upper level. Yes, okay. I think this is where the items are. Yep. Perfect. There's a weird, weirding glyph, does that say? I don't even know what that is. Wait a minute. Whip. Weirding glyph. Oh, magic plus 150. Great. It's actually awesome. And then an Adam Bangle. Nice. And then we'll take this back down. And I think this puts us out to a couple more items as well. Perfect. A few more items here. Scarlet Height. And an elixir. So this is one of the only, it might be actually the only elixir in the game. It does a full party HP and TP restoration. And the only other way to get this, I believe, is dismantling doctor's codes. And I think there's only 2 doctor's codes in the entire game. So this is a very rare item, nice to have for the last couple bits of the game. Go ahead and do our Crystarium really quickly again. Again, we're working on Lightning's Ravager, so we'll just keep working there. Whoopsie doodle. Magic's a little bit weaker, so we'll focus on magic there. Commando for Bang. Almost 200 unique skill, which is nice. Hope, we're still focused on Synergist. Saz, we're focused on Ravager. And then likely just Synergist for Saz as well. Once he has Blitz, that's pretty much all Saz needs for his Commando role, outside of the stats. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Back to Commando for Snow. Again, mostly just for the offensive stats here and the unique attack. And then Vanille, again, we're just saving all of our stuff for Saboteur. Okay, good deal. And then I believe this should take us back to the original bit. Yep, great. Okay, and now I'm tempted just to go to the left and deal with the 2 motorcycles. I don't think this is going to be terribly difficult. We can just go on to our Commando Sentinel Ravager or Synergist team. We might even be able to just avoid the fight outright. This one's gonna be pretty difficult to avoid. But we found a way. Okay, and then we just have to sneak past this guy, which is not gonna be possible. Yeah, we'll just fight him. Which of you two do I want to take down first? Probably the Templar, I imagine. Yeah, by the time of this episode is ending and going into the part where we actually finish this game, you'll see that we'll have been much stronger than we are right now, and most of the upgrades that we're doing for like the item upgrades and such are less relevant. But yeah. Been trying to keep this kind of freeform, just kind of like talking as I play. I don't know how much y'all appreciate this kind of stuff. I thought about like doing things like this just to try to like, have a space where I can just kind of chat my thoughts out while also giving you guys something fun to watch. Certainly not a permanent solution, right? I don't think we'll ever find like a thing that I'm just like constantly wanting to talk about. But if you guys like stuff like this, maybe I can do something like play some of my favorite games. Like maybe I go through some of the old Legend of Zelda games and I just kind of chit chat about how things are in life and how things are going, and and share some of my memories and my fun stuff with you all here on stream or on YouTube specifically. But yeah, I hope y'all are enjoying it so far. Obviously, this is a lot more laid back than live stream is. It's just me and the folks watching at home. I like the live stream engagement just because it's nice to have a conversation with people. Obviously I get to talk to y'all after the fact. You can leave comments and stuff like that, and that's nice. But it's nice having the live moments where we can sit down together and have conversations. I can explain something about the game that we're playing, and see people appreciate the facts in real time. And I like that kind of thing. Not to say that I haven't enjoyed doing the recordings on YouTube. I actually love doing the recordings on YouTube. I still need to finish Expedition 33, as I'm sure many fans of the Expedition 33 series are already aware. But that is actually coming to a conclusion coming soon. I should be able to finish it this coming week, which means that YouTube members will actually be able to see the end of Expedition 33 coming up here shortly, which is awesome. I know there's going to be a lot of folks that are excited about that. I know that a lot of folks have been waiting for the conclusion of the series. And as to my knowledge, I actually believe I'm not terribly far off from the end of that game anyway, so it actually shouldn't take me terribly long to complete Expedition 33 at this point. And I'm excited to share it with everybody, man. It should be fun. It should be fun. Let's go ahead and switch to Gorilla here so we can get some debuffs down. We've got all our buffs on at this point, so we can get our debuffs down and get our remaining couple of buffs on if we need them. Once Imperil goes down, which I do not believe it's immune to, we should see our Ice start to get put on. Here we go. Once we get that onto all three characters, or in Frost rather, sorry, we can switch over to Aggression. Need to see it on Hope, and then we're good to go. We'll switch to Aggression here. Do some solid damage. Relentless Assault is probably better here, but I'm just trying to kill it as fast as we can. Wait, nice job, Lightning. You just flat out missed. And this rotation will kill it. Alright, great. That wasn't bad. Solid fight. And then I think the upcoming fight is a Deep Protect and D-Shell fight. So we're going to need to start on Saboteur and Synergist, which we will do. Let me adjust some things here so it makes it a little bit easier for me to kind of keep moving with the game without interrupting y'all. Grab this and pull this over here. Perfect. And then that way I can keep this here. Okay, great. All right, let's keep moving. Okay, so again, just going to try to avoid any major combats here because, again, at this point, these guys aren't actually giving us all that much. I might actually just use an Ether Sol here. Or, I'm sorry, a Deceptisol. Just because I just want to avoid the fights if I can. I don't know if I'll be able to sneak past this guy. It doesn't look like I can, but oh, I can. Great. Run underneath the knees. All right, so let's go ahead and switch our paradigm. We're going to switch over to Gorilla at this point because we want to get our debuffs down. We want to make sure we get all of our buffs up. And this thing does have some, I'm pretty sure this is the fight with D-Protect and D-Shell. So we could put on some accessories here that give us protections against that. But I think we can just, you know, rely on hope to give us the things that we need and just increase our damage otherwise. Let's see, we've got Collector Catalog, which is fine. Diamond Bangle, we can switch over to Adamant Bangle, give him a little bit more HP. We can probably take off the Platinum Bangle at this point and just give him some more damage. The 150 magic is actually pretty high. It's almost a 10% increase to damage here. But again, you can go in here and put on some like resist debrave or deprotect and stuff. I don't know how many of those I actually have. I only have 2. I wouldn't even be able to give resist deprotect onto the entire team anyways. But maybe I give one to Hope just to make sure that he doesn't go down here. Because deprotect and D-Shell are pretty much the only thing that could stop me from, you know, having fun in this fight. But yeah, okay, we should be fine though. Let's go ahead and go into it. I think I saved already, but let me double check. I did. All right, let's do it. Okay, let's go ahead and Libra. Try to keep getting the debuffs down here before I switch over to a medic here. Is that the only thing that can be debuffed? Just physical attack or physical defense? It's immune to imperil. Oh, it's weak to everything. Duh.
This'll be quick. Give it your best shot.
That is the deprotect thing. The mounting contempt. But we should be able to just go ahead and we don't even have to assume it. It falls off quick. Yeah, so as long as we've got a sentinel, I think we should be fine here. Let's go ahead and do strategic warfare here to get all the rest of our buffs on. Fang should be able to soak up most of the damage from this guy. And even just getting in fire on is going to make this fight go a lot faster.
Give it your best shot.
Man, Hope is real slow at putting buffs on. Yeah, here we go. Because as you can see, it's got a 999% stagger rate or stagger meter, so like there is no way in hell that we're going to see this this thing get staggered. We're just trying to kill it. It's only got 700,000 HP, which is not very high. We're gonna switch to combat clinic here just to make sure that Fang doesn't die here.
Let's go.
Back to strategic warfare. Just kind of slow roll it here. Again, we can get deprotect back down, which is really the only status effect that we can inflict on this thing besides slow. Do I have another Saboteur class that isn't this? We can give it a shot. Delta attack. Combat clinic, just make sure she doesn't die. Back to Delta attack, and I think this rotation will actually take it down. Not quite close though. I think here I would even be fine with Fang going down. We can just bring her back up with a heal. Yeah, pretty easy fight. Pretty easy fight. We do get a Seath tier.
Something strange about that one.
About that one. The next big boss battle that we fight, I believe, is ice protection. So we'll probably need to have some like bar ice on. I don't know how much I have available. Once again, I could buy some of this stuff too because we've got more than enough money. Resist lightning. We should have some resist ice then. Critical Tetra defense. That's not what we're looking for. Resist ice. Here we go. Random wind eater. Random ice eater is interesting too. But resist ice is probably just what we're looking for. So we can take out the tetrargic. Let's change the resist lightning. This is easy because she already has resist elements on, so we can just give her whatever whatever ice thing that we need. I can actually give her random ice eater. Honestly, would be fine. I'm fine with that. And then hope we'll just change the metal armband to whatever ice defense thing we have left, which we should have something. We could do critical bar frost as well, but that's, you know. Ice. There we go. Okay, great. All right, let's go ahead and put some more points into the Crystarium here. Again, with Ravager, with Lightning. Commando with Fang. Synergist with Hope. We'll put his remaining points into Medic. Ravager with Saz is done, so we go to Synergist. Commando with Snow. And then saving with Vanille. Alrighty. We go up the right side. Nothing to the left. You don't have to worry about that. And up the stairs we go.
I think I'd strain my neck looking up at that.
Me too, honestly. I think this is part of the reason why I don't do a lot of those like freeform recording with YouTube, because I like things to be kind of like concise, or I guess, well, or, you know, I like things to be well edited, right? So like, I prefer to, yeah, I thought it was gonna make me fight this. I could just use the Deceptisol to get away from it, rather than fight these two again.
Take down
Combat Clinic here.
This will be quick. This battle is ours. Move on instinct.
Should be fine.
Follow my lead. Give it your best shot.
Come on, Hope. Just a couple extra spells at a time, please. Oh, goodness.
Give it your best shot. Let's go. Give it your best shot. Thank you.
Yeah, I really just want him to put like the offensive buffs onto me. Switched quickly to combat medic therapy just because it reduces the amount of damage you take.
Thanks.
even sure how it targeted lightning there. They should have been challenged. That was strange.
Thank you.
Took that attack easily. Maybe this time we'll see buffing our bravery and faith. Maybe. Potentially. Far Thunder, that's something. I'm being greedy here, but I want to just see bravery and faith. Okay.
Let's go.
Fail it is.
Give it your best shot.
Like I said, again, these fights aren't difficult, they're just slow. Which is why these fights tend to not do well for stream. It's just super slow. They're not terribly difficult fights, you just have to sit here and wait for it to end, and it can be kind of annoying.
This'll be quick.
Finally, we start receiving our offensive buffs. Here comes the big AoE attack. Again, which it was able to use because it is no longer challenged. Oh.
Give it your best shot.
Or Fang, rather. Sorry.
Give it your best shot.
We are going to switch back to Combat Medic here. Finally. Combat Clinic, rather.
Follow my lead.
All right, now you just need to put those defensive buffs back onto Fang, and we're good to go, man. We'll wait for him to give me haste back as well. It's not just slow fight. Did he not do in fire? We'll get Shell and Protect back down here. And Templar's gonna go down here. Great. Now we should see in fire put down. Don't see in fire onto Fang, so we'll wait for Fang to get it. Great. Great. Throw out Assault. And then switch back to Delta Attack.
This'll be quick. This'll be quick.
Oh, Fang. Thank goodness.
This'll be quick. Give it your best shot.
We'll stay pretty aggressive here. She can take one more attack like that, and then I have to switch to healer. Okay.
Let's go. Give it your best shot.
Get her back up. Get Hope healed back up as well. And back to Delta Attack. She should be able to take this attack without any issues.
Give it your best shot.
I love that this was just a boss fight, and now I have to do it with the Templar, by the way. We should still get a pretty high grade for this, even though it was a pretty long fight. I can't imagine they're going to be that strict. Never mind, they were that strict. We do get another 35,000 CP, though, which is nice. What do we get here? 5,000 gil as well. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. And on this floor, we've got 2 more enemies. The Jabberwocky again, which I would prefer to avoid. I think we can probably just sneak behind them. Nice. Is there an item over there that we needed to get? No, yeah, I'm not fighting that then. I'm not fighting that, because I do not have to. Let's see what's over this way, over yonder. I do see that it's a fight. I don't know what fight it is, though. It is another one of these guys. Good lord. Oh, flat out, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not fighting these guys. I'm not doing 3 Templars. That's just going to be annoying. There's a reason why I saved all these shrouds until the end of the game, and it was specifically so I could avoid some of the fights that I hate. So that's why we're doing it this way. All right. We saved. Let's go ahead and head up to the next fight. We could finish up. You know what? Why don't we finish upgrading Fang's weapon? There's no reason not to get it maxed out, and that'll make things a little bit faster. So let us go to the shop. I really wish that they would remaster this game and give it some quality of life updates, because I think if this game had some quality of life updates, it would be really all it needs, honestly. I believe it's 30 bones. We need 36. And then the Motherlode or the Lenora's Garage? I forget. No, this is the other one. It's Lenora's Garage. That's the one. And we're looking for, I think perfect conductors are the things that I can, the best things I can buy right now. So I'll just do those. Let's just do 30. Should be more than enough. What do I get for mashing buttons? Access, upgrade, weapons, Venus Gospel, 30 bones, and then perfect conductors. Just gonna toss them all in there. Get it up to 50. And then we can go through and sell all of the stuff that we've got to sell as well, as long as I stop mashing the A button. Okay. Let's go to, it doesn't matter, sell. Go to components. We can sell the plush chocobo for 35,000. We can sell the incentive chips for 2,000. Nothing crazy here. We've got our perfumes as well. I don't know where those are. Here we go. Perfumes can be sold. Star Blossom seeds can be sold. Moon Blossom seed can be sold. I think that was it. Okay, great. And then accessories, I don't think we have anything crazy to sell there. We don't have any weapons to sell, no items to sell. Should be good to go. Active Labs, this is where you get the, yeah. Okay. What is the Moogle Works? Collector's Catalog. Oh, yeah, we already have a couple of those then. We're fine. Nimble Toe Boots. Dodging attacks with Sentinel's Evasion. We won't need that yet. Magical Moments. This is just the, yep, bar stuff. Okay. Eden Pharmaceuticals. This is where you can buy the Septisols. That's right. We can buy them now. I forgot. Here I am worried about how many of these things that I'm using, and we can just buy them outright. These are all the items or the weapons, and B&W Outfitters is just the armor. Got it. Okay. Alrighty, so this should be the fight that we needed the ice protection for, if I remember right. Which means that I want to start with I don't even know. I think it's immune to status debuff, so we don't care about Saboteur for this. So maybe we start with Synergist. And just start from there. This is going to be an annoying battle, if I remember right. But it is what it is. So I think this is the Tiamat. Yep. Okay, great. Just gonna do the Libra. Yeah, it is immune to status effects. Great. Made the right call. So for folks who have been watching this so far, this is basically, it's not the same as the airship that we were fighting before, but like you'll see some similarities. Immune to all debuffs, high stagger resistance, or high chain resistance rather, have to all the elements. Just a overall pain in the butt. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put all of our debuffs on, or I'm sorry, our buffs on. Things like Bar Frost, things like Haste. Just get that stuff on. I think the ice grenades have like a dispel effect, so we're not going to worry about this too much. Just want to see what we can get online though. Hope's giving us offensive stuff. We'd love to see it. Imperil is bad.
Give it your best shot.
Yeah, it does have. It's either slow or a dispel. It looks like it's just a slow. Did give itself a whole bunch of buffs. It's not the end of the world. Okay, let's go to Combat Clinic really quick just to get the debuffs off. And then go to Delta Attack and start getting this thing taken care of. We at this point have a ton of defensive stuff on. We should not be in danger of Fang dying. And then hoping Lightning can just kind of slow roll this. It is inflicting slow. Okay, so it's not a dispel, which is fine. So we'll be able to use the shell and the bar ice and all that stuff. Ooh, it's on the ground now. So what changes when it's on the ground? It's no longer immune to debuffs, like deprotect and stuff. Okay, so we actually do want to switch to not aggression. Wrong one. Gorilla. Okay, let's go. Heal. Hope survived. Health attack. Blood assault. I think we're just gonna barely miss the stagger here. Yeah. Oh, that was close. Oh my god.
Let's wrap this up.
Okay. Get launched back up. Is this weak to anything? No, it's halved. Okay. Doesn't look like it's immune to Imperil, so we could have made it, like, not halved, but it's fine. Let's just do damage. Let's realize assault. Aggression. Got it. Good damage. Okay, so at this point now, we can't get any debuffs down on it. It's just going to sit here and be a bother. So let's just go ahead and switch back to Strategic Warfare and get all of our buffs back on.
Thanks.
Should have had slow protection on for this. Would have made this a lot easier. Definitely came over prepared in terms of ice resistance. Sorry, I'm not talking much. I'm just focused. There's overdrive, which again, this shouldn't matter because Fang's gonna soak up all of this damage. She's not gonna take any damage from this segment of the fight. There's Tailhammer, no problem. And honestly, at this point, I think I'm down to just switch to the Delta attack here. I don't think we're gonna actually be able to stagger it before it drops. But we can at least start getting some damage down. Tailhammer again. Again, not a big deal here. Okay. Just want to try to get, is immune to slow? Slow would be nice. Not gonna get it away. Okay. Gonna use pinpoint beam again here, but we're all at full health, so we should be fine.
Thank you.
There's a peril that makes things a little bit easier for the stagger phase. Really just want slow. Being greedy for it, got it. Wait, no, that's. I don't need to stop. Or is that days? I forget what the status effect's called. Okay, here we go. Get the stagger down. Relentless assault. Now it's slowed. Yeah, it definitely goes down here. Lightning has haste on, and yeah. 59,000 per hit. This thing's done. This thing's done for. Nice. That wasn't too bad. That fight was very annoying for me the first time I came through this area, so I'm grateful that that was a pretty easy fight. And I believe that was the last boss battle here. Go through and take the portal. Alrighty, so this is the last segment of the game. This is the name of the actual area. The Grudge Settler. No, that's the mission rank. What's the name of the area? The Narthex. That's the one. That's the one. All right. So at this point, this is where we can actually start doing the end game, post game stuff. As you can see with my old save file from when I played this casually offline. This is where we got to before. This is the actual end game part. So now we can actually start going through the end game stuff, where I'm going to start going through some of the post game grinding. Appreciate y'all watching this portion. If you did watch this portion, again, I'm not sure if we'll ever like do something like this again, but I hope you all appreciate it. And if you do appreciate it, you know, let me know. Like I said, I didn't actually like talk the entire time throughout this. It was more very live stream style, I suppose, where I was kind of focused on the game, just kind of commenting on the game, and I just kind of talked about my, you know, whatever thoughts were coming to my brain. If y'all are interested in stuff like that, you know, maybe we'll do something like that in the future where I can play through. There's a couple Sonic games that I want to play that I've never gotten to play before, and maybe, you know, making it a YouTube video and just talking about Sonic and talking about, you know, my time with it and having fun with the game and stuff. Would be fun for folks to watch. But if it is, let me know down in the comment section, man. Let me know. Hope you all enjoyed the finale of the series, though. Like I said, all the grinding stuff will be offline. If you're interested in checking out like what the grinding stuff is offline, you can let me know that as well. Maybe I'll do like a little segment where I can show you what I was doing for like grinding initial levels, getting some of the content done, the end game content done, because I'm planning on 100%ing this on Steam casually, so like offline. Just because I want to. I haven't gotten to 100% in Final Fantasy 13 since the PlayStation 3, so I just want to do it because I'm enjoying my time in the game, and I'm just gonna have some fun with it, man. So, but I appreciate y'all watching. Hope you all enjoyed the finale. Thank you so much for watching the series. If you did like the series, make sure you check out my profile. I do have an entire segment of playlist that are just all of my Final Fantasy playthroughs, including our first playthroughs of Final Fantasy 16, the Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth series, and the Final Fantasy 7 Remake, which was not my first playthrough for Remake, but you know, you do get to see that as well, which is nice. So I appreciate y'all watching. I hope you all enjoy the rest of the video, and thanks for being here, everybody. Appreciate it. Once again, I am very grateful that we've been able to share this experience. I'm very grateful that I've been able to share the experience with everybody. I hope that my playthrough has been something that folks have enjoyed. If you did enjoy it and you missed any of the episodes, they will all be up on YouTube once this episode is uploaded. This is the same intro that we had last week, so we're not going to read the same thing again. This is exactly where I saved off. For folks that are wondering why we're in this white hallway and not where I had saved when we played last week, I beat the last like 2 mini bosses. They weren't even really, or the last three mini bosses rather. They weren't even really bosses. They were just kind of enemies. And so I just went through and beat those enemies. There wasn't anything like story-wise that you missed. If you still want to see that bit, it will be included at the beginning of this on YouTube. So when this episode is uploaded on Friday, I think is when I plan to have this episode go live. Oh no, it won't be Friday because Expedition 33 will be Friday. So this will be either, if I get it up fast enough, it'll be Wednesday, but it'll likely be next Monday that this finale goes live. But once that goes live, I did record me beating those last couple of bosses offline, so I will include that in this video once we get to the this video going live, which again will probably be next Monday, just to try to not do too much on my body. But a quick update. I do have everyone's main Crystarium stuff all finished up. So you'll see I have a little bit of extra CP. That extra CP is for me for after the fact, because once we beat the game here, it unlocks the post game. And in that post game, it unlocks a Crystarium level 10. And right now we're on Crystarium level 9. So I just wanted to get some CP going in the meantime. So that way I would have a little bit of wiggle room in the upcoming post game. In terms of equipment and stuff, I did finish upgrading all of our equipment. I got our Flamberge to star, which we already had. I did finish up leveling up Venus Gospel for Fang, just to make sure her stuff is upgraded. I did think about upgrading one of the two, probably just the Imperial Armlet, to do a reduced damage for Fang, so she can continue being a good tank here. I don't think it's going to be necessary. I think it's overkill at this point. We're pretty strong as is, so I don't think that's going to be required. But you know, I've been beaten down by this kind of thing before, so we'll see. Other than that, the accessories, the only thing I changed is I took off the auto tetrahedron and I put on Sherb's crown, so I have resistance to death. The enemy that we're going to fight against does have the ability to do instant death, and we will probably die to it at least once. There is a trophy for beating this boss within 60 seconds. We are not going to be able to do that. That's meant to be a post-game thing. So you can come back in here and beat it in 60 seconds. When I get to that point, I think that'll probably be the last trophy that I get. Once I get to that point that I can get that done in like 60 seconds, I'll probably stream that just for fun, so I can get the last achievement on stream with you guys. No promises of when that's going to get done. Obviously, I still owe you guys the Ozma fight for Final Fantasy IX as well, and I have not forgotten about that. But we're gonna get to that as well, and I'll get all that stuff done, and we'll have some fun with it. But so that's Lightning. Again, Fang is just rocking with all of her defensive stuff. She got resist elements, resist damage, so she got 15% resist damage and 10% elemental resistance. And then for Hope, he's got his Eagle Talon completely maxed out. I have not upgraded his 2 magic attacks things, but no reason to have Collector's Catalog equipped here, because they're obviously not going to drop any items. This is the end of the game. So, but Fang is currently our strongest physical attacker, so she's going to be doing her physical attacking. Lightning's a good balance, so we've got her on a Ravager, and then Hope is going to be doing Ravager as well as our main magic damage dealer. Paradigms, we're going to actually make right now. We're going to have at least a medic, saboteur, and synergist one that's called Even Odds. So that way we can make sure that we can get ourselves healed up while also putting down debuffs on the enemy and giving ourselves buffs. We obviously do want Relentless Assault here and Combat Clinic. These are 2 very important ones. This one gives us a bunch of healing while we have a Sentinel soak up all the damage. And this one is just obviously just generally good in terms of overall DPS and increasing stagger gauge. We're going to include Delta Attack just in case things are getting dicey or if I'm taking too much damage. I think we're probably strong enough that I don't need to use Delta Attack in this, but just in case we do, we have it. I'm going to include Commando Ravager, our aggression one. This is another one that's great for single target fights because both commandos will increase our damage overall. And so while Hope is sitting there increasing the stagger gauge, both Lightning and Fang will do a lot of good single target damage. And then for the last one here, I think I'm probably just going to do Ravager, Saboteur, and Synergist as like an offensive version of a Saboteur Synergist one. So that way we can get our buffs on, we can get our debuffs on, and then Lightning can continue to increase the stagger or the stagger gauge. Nothing perfect here, nothing like optimal. I'm just going to try to have some fun with this and just we're going to die a couple of times, I assume, because I have not done these boss fights in a long time. So I expect to die a few times. I am going to start in the Gorilla one to start with, just to make sure we start getting our buffs and debuffs on. I believe our first fight is going to be against Bartandalis, who is always a jerk. But in that fight in particular, we will need Combat Clinic because this thing will come out and use that smile attack And that smile attack gets followed up sometimes by a big area of effect non-elemental attack that we will immediately need to heal from. So hopefully we'll be good to go. We're just gonna hop right into it here. Like I said, this shouldn't take too long, maybe just an hour or so to finish things up here. But like I said, nobody really missed anything. You didn't miss anything like narrative wise. I just had to fight a couple of enemies, and like I said, that'll be on the YouTube and available for folks to watch if you're interested.
Let's do this.
This is our point of no return. Let's do it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ready.
This is it.
Moment of truth, hero.
Little lights. Just like in Eva.
Life's spark shines on, once freed from its fleshly shroud.
Dodge!
Sarah.
Here comes that fuck-ass owl again.
Dreams, meanwhile, shatter in a flash.
Dodge! No!
Think.
Relax, Snow.
Real Sarah.
Hey, listen. It isn't real. It's just Fauci smoke and mirrors.
Yeah. They don't work wonders. They play tricks.
Right. Calm down, you big stupid.
At last, my errant l'Cie. Men fight men. Men battle beasts. Cocoon wars with pulse. There can be no end to such conflict. But Cocoon's end is imminent and inevitable. Will you not at least slay Orphan and make it quick as an act of mercy?
Mercy? You mean murder. And Cocoon won't die. We're not here for that. We came for you.
Such willful insolence. Disappointing.
Sucks for you, nerd.
You prolong Cocoon's suffering. And to what end? Refusing me but condemns another to face your focus tomorrow. If you truly seek salvation, you will obey.
Yeah, because this has worked for you in the past, dog. Alrighty, so I think I do. Yeah, I do have to leave Rift. Try to get some basic buffs and debuffs here. We're gonna try to get some of our debuffs on. Like I said, I don't expect to get anything crazy here, but just a couple of things to help things along. Yeah, there we go. Great. Do have Peril down. Probably hope to get some defensive stuff on, and then we'll switch over to our combat medic class just to heal up. Should be in a good spot though. We're still at 4,000 HP. I don't remember exactly how much this attack does, but we should be fine. Switch over before we break it, just to heal up really quickly. Yep, there it is. Yep, there it is. Okay, go to Relentless Assault. And now we're going to see Lightning's Army of One, which you guys haven't seen yet. This raises the stagger meter a lot, as you can see. We're going to do that one more time. I'm going to switch to aggression. As you can see, we're dealing the damage cap. Don't think we're going to kill it on this rotation, but it's going to be close. Dang, so close.
Got your back. Bring it on.
Heal up really quick. Wouldn't that have been neat, though? Just a combat clinic to take this attack. But sometimes he will follow this up with Ultima, so we need to make sure that we're healed. We're good. Fine, let's just take this guy down. Go back to Gorilla for a bit. Army of One only helps increase the stagger meter once it's actually broken. So switch combat clinic here to make sure we take less damage from this Ultima. Which again, nothing crazy here, right? Just use double Cura, then back to Relentless Assault. It's almost dead. Oh, set him up. Get him.
You're going down.
Yeah. Yes. That's sick. Get him with the Army of One attack. That was sick.
Hey, put a lid on it.
You tell him, Saz.
It's done.
Is it?
All right. Whew. We did it, huh?
Yep.
Meanwhile, Lightning.
It's that bird again.
Jordan, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Nice. GG's on finishing.
Impervious to our power. And so we thank you for granting us our longed-for birth.
Nicely. No,
Nope.
not anymore.
We are the abandoned,
Yeah.
but now to die. Our name is orphan.
Oh no. Orphan was born anyway. God, the soundtrack in this game is so good. All right, so this one can be kind of a pain in the butt. So there's two phases to this. The first one is probably the more dangerous one. I say that very, very hesitantly, because the second one is more of a race against time. But we are going to try to do our best here. All right, Merciless Judgment comes through. You cannot switch paradigms here. Take a huge chunk. We need to go to Combat Clinic immediately.
Thanks.
Careful now.
Move on instinct.
Shouldn't be in any danger of dying, but that attack is always that strong, so we need to be very careful. Post-game enemies are BS, yeah. Do 2 more cures here, and then we should be good to go. Yeah, we're good. Try to get our debuffs down. Let Fang or Hope get some offensive stuff onto us here. Like to see some defensive stuff as well, because that'll make this a lot easier to survive. We got those 2 buffs down. Let's go ahead and get on our Cura hit game here real quick. And then back over to finish off our buffs. They're protect. We just need Protect and Shell, I think, and we should be fine. This guy does have, by the way, 6.7 million HP, in case anybody was curious. Okay, should be relatively stable here, so we can heal back up real fast. Go Relentless Assault for a bit. We should be in a decent spot here. Here we go. Do that one more time and then we can switch to aggression. Uh-oh.
This'll be quick. Give it your best shot. The madness ends here.
Switch to aggression. Not gonna kill it this turn because he did that attack and killed Fang. Should survive this. We had all of our buffs on, so no big problem here. Just gotta go back to Combat Clinic.
This'll be quick. Give it your best shot. Careful now.
Okay, here we go.
Not yet. Not yet. Shield.
Try to dodge the attack here. Blink and let's do a Combat Clinic here. That's probably not good. I think this is instant death. So hopefully we don't get tagged here. We're good.
Not yet.
Here we go. Next evolution of Seymour, yeah, kinda. All right, it's Combat Clinic again. Doing dodds. Debuffs are still down, so we're good there. Just want to get our offensive or our defensive buffs back on. Let's heal Hope.
Let's go.
Go back to Delta attack. I think once we get it staggered, we should be fine. Try the Relentless Assault. This is greedy. I probably should have just waited. We did get slowed down this time, though. Got it. Okay, great. There you go. Orphan down.
Have you ever paused to consider our reason for making l'Cie of men? We Fal'Cie are crafted for a single purpose, and granted finite power to that end. With men, it is not so. Men dream, aspire, and through indomitable force of will achieve the impossible. Your power is beyond measure. We take l'Cie, that we might wield such strength. Through you, we obtained freedom from our bondage. And now, your focus alone remains.
True.
And all will fade from naught. The crew's sacrifice, and that of Grandpa's as well.
Vanille!
Yet, if we but summon the Laker, we will be granted the chance to begin again. All our sins absolved, and the world born anew.
Remember, they've been paying attention to everybody's doubts during this, right? And they've seen that Fang has been the one that's been, like, struggling the most.
Into the light.
And they know that
Let her go.
hurting Vanille is the one.
No need of flawed l'Cie.
Orphan! I'll do it. I'll destroy you.
Ragnarok. The will to guide a world unto oblivion.
Can you bear?
The sin of our salvation.
You heard me. I said I'll do it!
You can't! I'll be fine. And you can't forget our promise. We promised to save Cocoon. We promised!
I made another promise too. To protect my family.
Fang?
Sometimes, you gotta choose! Back off!
What did you do? This ain't the time to be losing it, lady.
You too, huh? What do you gain from hurting Vanille? We're in this together. This is my focus. No one's gonna stop me.
She is pretty cool. He's also pretty dumb. It's okay, though.
Everything I do. Why? Is this what you meant to happen? All of them.
They're all Seath.
After all we went went through.
Remember, the whole point was that we weren't supposed to destroy this thing.
Guess I deserve it. After what I did. Are they my sin to bear for choosing salvation?
Please, stop. Stop it! Give them back!
Her brand's awake.
Salvation is born of sacrifice, miracles of misery. From shattered
Bang, the rock.
crystal legend will arise. Yes. Let anger be your strength. Despair. Despair and save us all. Lo, the day of wrath is come.
Uh-oh. Mm-hmm. It's an amazing soundtrack.
We just had things worth fighting for.
It's core memory for Lightning.
Yet again. How many times must you fail?
The insinuation there that Fang did this before and failed. That's why her focus was her brand was frosted over.
Let me go.
Retake the form of Ragnarok. Deliver us that which we have too long been denied.
What do you want?
Steep yourself in hatred. Let it infuse your soul with the strength it craves. Your awakening demands an offering of pain.
Vanille. Run.
No! I swore I wouldn't run away anymore. I'd rather fight and lose than give up without even trying.
Bam, bam, bam.
Bang!
Don't worry, the heroes got her.
Miracles out of misery. You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, Fang. Who'd be dumb enough to swallow that crock?
It can't be.
Could be more Fal'Cie smoke and mirrors.
Fang, I'm sorry.
We made you go it alone.
Second time now, isn't it?
Couple weeks.
But where were you?
Remember, they were on Pulse
Somewhere
for a
cold and
while.
dark, just thinking about everything that happened up until now. And then it was like
It was like I had a glimpse of the future. Everyone was smiling and laughing. Even Sarah. Even Light.
I don't know. New focus or something. I'm thinking it didn't really make sense, of course. I mean, knowing we were worm bait and all. But luck would have it. Next thing I know, I feel somebody pushing me right along.
You were there too, Fang. Same side. All of us. Together to the end.
Fuck ass game. I love this game, dude.
Listen, you're not alone anymore. We have a new family now. We stick together. You hear me?
Yes, I promise. We promised, didn't we?
All that moaning and groaning and for what? See, their brands are frosted.
For l'Cie. The symbol of the focus we all faced. The mark of the fate we all shared. Proof of the promise we all made.
Not under your control anymore.
The heroes never die. Come on. We've got a world to save.
if we have the power to destroy Cocoon, then we have the power to save it. You say you want your day of wrath, do ya? Well, it's coming right up.
You tell them, Hope.
We gave the people what they really want.
We can do it. I know we can. We made it this far.
Right.
Let's make a real miracle happen.
Lady Luck sure ain't on his side.
By the way, this last instance is not immune to death, fun fact. So you can come in and try to, like, death cheese it. I figured y'all wouldn't appreciate that, though. We'll fight it the old-fashioned way. Right. With Final Fantasy X, I'd beaten that game on stream like 17 times.
We overreach
Fine.
you.
Tell him.
Is that so? You don't believe in anything. You gave up on life before you were even born. Sat poisoning Cocoon from the inside, waiting for someone to come and destroy you. Sure, you think the end of the world is salvation. All you care about is death's release. So take it, and leave the rest of us alone. We don't think like that. When we think there's no hope left, we keep looking until we find some. Maybe Cocoon is past saving. but it's our home, and we'll protect it or die trying. We live to make the impossible possible. That is our focus.
They're so mad, and for what? Creepy ass smile at the end too. Let's go. All right, so this is the one that you're supposed to beat in 60 seconds. We are obviously not going to be able to do that. And look, Doom! All right, it's immune to damage until we stagger it. That's why you're going to see immune, so don't be worried about that. We just need Hope to get his buffs on. We need Fang to try to get her debuffs on. There we go. And Peril's the important one. Perfect. Because now he'll do in fire. This is going to put us in a good spot. Deep Protect is great. Getting Hope. Let's get Hope within fire as well. No big deal. We should be fine. Just heal up really quick. All right, here we go.
I'm no one's slave. Here.
One more rotation. Woo! We got it. Let's go. We got a 5-star rating. Oh, we didn't get it in 60 seconds. Dang it. We got the 5-star rating though. Let's go. Good fight. Let's go. Yeah, I missed it by 19 seconds. Yeah. It's pretty tough. You'd have to like invest in all the extra classes and stuff, and that's just not worth the Crystarium points for the post game. Crystarium expanded. Now we can get to level 10. And again, we probably could have beaten this fight as we were at the end of stream last week. But that attack was doing about 5,000 damage to our entire team. We only had about 5,000 HP when I ended last week. So that's why I did what I did.
We've come to save Cocoon, right?
Right. Flashbang? I can't see. My eyes? Uh-oh.
Stay together.
Hey, grab my hand.
Okay.
Fang! Vanille!
Vanille?
Wishes can come true. But not if you just wait for miracles. Ready. Miracles are things we make for ourselves. Here and now.
Sure does seem like Cocoon is falling. They just casually dive into lava just for fun. They saved Cocoon. This is gonna get DMCA'd, I fear. I forgot about this. Maybe it's quiet enough.
They did it. They saved the world.
No, they gave us a new one.
That's one gift I'll forgive him for not rapping.
Yeah.
This is as much as we can do. The rest is up to you.
Does this mean we completed our focus?
Cocoon's seen better days, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I'd say that qualifies as a demolition. Focus complete.
Whatever you want to believe.
It really is a miracle.
My brand! It's gone!
It's easy to lose sight of things in a world as wide as this one. But if you keep going, you're sure to find what you're looking for, sooner or later.
Hmm?
Whole big bunch of chocobos. Look there.
Sarah!
It is.
Snow!
Sarah!
Can we not take away the black man's child, Lauren? Good God. Jeez.
They're gone, aren't they?
Hey,
I guess they meant for this to be goodbye. And again, we've changed our fates before.
It's true, he can.
Okay.
I missed you.
Sarah, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Hey, come on, the apologies can wait. We got a wedding to plan. What? You are gonna allow it,
Wow.
right?
You don't waste any time, do you?
No, I don't.
That's right, just charge in, guns blazing.
No, I don't.
I swear to you, I will make her happy.
I believe you. Congrats.
When prayers turn to promises, not even fate can stand in their way.
We held the light of hope in our hearts and achieved the impossible. Now we live on to greet a new dawn.
That's the end. That's Final Fantasy 13, everybody. Hope everybody enjoyed. Game got me choked up, man. I love this fucking game. Also, shout out to Leona Lewis, an artist that I have not thought about in a while. Excellent vocalist. Main character designer Tetsuya Nomura. When you actually sit back and think about the things that Nomura has like been directly involved in this franchise, it's insane how much he's done for RPGs in the 2000s. Insane. Mm-hmm. Yep. That was the vocalist for that song at the end there. But yeah, it's a beautiful game. I know it's got a lot of criticisms and some of them valid, right? Obviously. But if you've never played Final Fantasy 13 before, it runs great on Steam. I know they don't have a modern console version of this, but like the Steam version runs great. Obviously, the sequels have had multiple people tell us that like it doesn't run very well. Hamaguchi was on this game? I did not know that. Huh. That's the 7 remake trilogy director. Interesting. I did not know. I didn't see it. I did not know he was involved in this game. Fascinating. My Hands by Leona Lewis. Good song, by the way. Just a good song. But yeah. It's an excellent game, man. Excellent game. Excellent voice cast as well. That's right. I forgot Sarah's Laura Bailey. Jesus Christ. Lead cutscene programmer, gotcha. That makes a lot of sense too. Yeah, Liam O'Brien was in this game too. Nolan North was in this game. Roger Craig Smith was in this game. When you start going through the list, you're like, God damn. Roger Craig Smith, for people who don't know, is Chris Redfield or Sonic the Hedgehog. Crazy. This is just what the voice acting for like these RPGs in the mid to late 2000s and the early 2010s. It's wild. The cast, like, you look back on it now, you're just like, Jesus. Troy Baker, Nolan North, Laura Bailey. Insane. Yeah, wonderful game. One that I still look back fondly on. Glad I was able to share it on stream. This is my first time ever playing Final Fantasy 13 on stream, so I'm grateful to be able to share it with everybody. Obviously, for the folks that are watching on YouTube, hope you enjoyed the series as well. This is obviously not the end of our Final Fantasy marathon. We've still got Final Fantasy 12, the remainder of the 13 trilogy, and Final Fantasy 15 to go. So I hope everybody's excited for the remainder of the series. Should be a lot of fun. Yeah, I love this game. Game has a lot. I feel like the highs in this game far outweigh the lows, and I feel like the moments that you get to experience in this, it makes up for some of the things that I would otherwise criticize. Right? Like I think the combat system in this game was good at the time, but is severely dated in today's modern era. Right? It's well dated at this point. The Rebirth and Remakes trilogy combat style would benefit this game so heavily. I don't know how they would manage it or how they would do it, but like this game would do so well with the remake series combat style. And I'm pretty sure honestly, that's really all they have to change. I don't even think they have to change much else. They can even expand a little bit. Maybe let us experience the first couple of days of the, where they just do they usually do all the flashbacks, or they did do all the flashbacks. Let us just go through it ourselves this time. But like, honestly, that's really all they'd have to do. Yeah, it's amazing how visually stunning this game is still. Like, obviously, it's not up to par with modern Final Fantasy games, but like, this game still holds up incredibly well for being 17 years old. I mentioned that before, but like, what Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy X, and Final Fantasy XIII did to the industry in terms of the graphical fidelity and the sound design too, by the way, is insane. They had a massive impact on the generations that they released those games on. Dante Bosco, yep. Basco, yep. Aaron Fitzgerald, yep. John DiMaggio, yep. Sam Riegel, yep. Yeah, Yuri Lowenthal, yep. Travis Willingham, yep. Hey, Travis Willingham is Sephiroth, by the way. What a voice cast, dude. Crazy. They put so much into this game, and you can tell, like, it's so good, dude. It's so good. And I wish we could just, like, because the combat is really the thing that needs to evolve, honestly. And if they just let us evolve the combat and let it be like a modern combat, this game would perform incredibly well in today's age. Just needs a modern combat system, and it'd be great. XIII's got good combat. It does. I enjoyed 13.3 quite a bit. I was gonna platinum 13.3 and then I ended up not doing it. I don't remember why. I think something else. I think I started BioShock. I think I got into BioShock around then. Because we got BioShock Infinite for free with PlayStation Plus. And I was just like, oh, I could try the new series. Maybe do that instead of the platinum. And then I was obsessed with BioShock. Obsessed. By the way, if anybody's not played BioShock, I don't even think that's up for debate. You need to play BioShock if you haven't played BioShock. I can give you all the nice, like, nice little light touch, like, oh yeah, no, you don't have to play it. You can play whatever Final Fantasy game you want. No, if you haven't played BioShock, play BioShock. BioShock is way too good to not play BioShock. Right. Oh, God. All Square Enix staff and all fans of Final Fantasy. Producer Yoshinori Kitase. GG. And there's our title card. GG's, everybody. Again, hope everybody enjoyed the series. Again, I apologize it took so long to get through the whole thing, but I hope you all enjoyed the playthrough. Again, this is all available on YouTube, so if you ever want to watch the playthrough back, everything in its entirety from start to finish will all be on YouTube in sequential order, so you'll be able to watch it from start to finish. But yeah, great game. Thanks for being here and being part of the journey, everybody. It's a new dawn. And this is when you can officially start the post game, which I will showcase just briefly. And now that we are at the new dawn, you can check the Crystarium and see that everything has been developed And now you can actually take all of these other ones that were all level 0. Obviously, I haven't done anything with these yet. But you can go all the way up to the very tippy top of these now and get this all the way up to the same roll level as the rest of your primary rolls on every single character. So every single character can go all the way up. You can see how much CP it costs just to get like 7 attacks at 9 strength, right? Takes an insane amount of time. But once you actually get up here, you get your first actual upgrade to roll level, and then here is where you start to see all your regular stat increases, quote unquote, right? You can see haste at the end there. There's our last 3 roll levels. You can get up to level 5. So obviously you still want to focus in on the primary rolls first, because you'll see here 250, 250, 40 strength, 250, 250, 40 magic, 250 an accessory slot, 250, 40 strength. So you start to see the power creep starts to come in real fast. And every single one of their primary rolls will have that available as you whoopsie-doodle. As you can see here, just a lot of HP, a lot of strength, a lot of extra stats, just a bunch of stat sticks basically in all of their major rolls. And also their last roll level as well, which remember, the more the roll level increases, the better off that class is. So once you get it up to level 5, you get an additional like benefit. Your medic class does more in combat. So getting things to level 5 is pretty key to some of the post-game stuff. So then at this point, you actually go back out and back to Grand Pulse. Come back over here, over to Grand Pulse. And for folks that remember from when we were doing the missions in Grand Pulse from before, once we get back here, you're gonna see that a lot more have opened up. A lot more. I believe there are, I don't remember the exact total. I think it's 60. I think there are 60 total quests. And for folks in the know, we did about like 20-ish of them. We can check here in the mission list. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. We've done 27 of them. And you can see here at the bottom, even though my yapper is currently covering it, so you can't see it exactly, this was mission 55 that I had to do. That was one of the missions that I completed offline. That was just to get the growth egg so I can make it easier to grind. But yeah, so we've got a lot of side quests to do. You can see there's even one right there, and I have to get 5-star ratings on all of these. So that's gonna take some time. Obviously, that's not gonna be something that I do on stream because this will take me probably 60-ish hours, I would guess, maybe not quite that much because I've got a pretty good handle on it, and I have access to high-speed internet now, so I can actually just have a guide. But yeah, it's there's a lot, and even if we go back to the Arclight step, which is the main area where we first were grinding in Grand Pulse. We'll go over to the Arclight step really quick so I can show you guys. And we did all of those missions, by the way, so I could easily like fast travel to all these spots, because otherwise this would be a pain in the ass to go walking around. We're back on Grand Pulse. And now you can see here, there's a whole, where is it? I know it's around here somewhere. There it is. There's a whole circle of them there. Those are all brand new missions. There's a brand new mission there. And this is just in this main area where I was before. There's another mission up here that you can't see because we're not in the area. But yeah, there's a lot. To put it mildly, there's a lot. Some of the fights are really, really fun and interesting. Some of the fights are not. But yeah, that's my offline fun plan for the next little bit until I get the 100% on this one. We're at the point now, obviously, where we're wildly stronger than anything that could possibly touch us at this point. Each one of the Crystarium levels costs 30,000 each. But you can see here, it's really just going to give us like kind of a ridiculous amount of hit points is really what it does. Because you can see Fang gets 400 each, which is just absurd. But Hope ends up becoming one of the best mages in the entire game. His magic that he gets in some of his offensive roles just gives him a ton of power. But overall, he's actually gotten to the point now where he's just a lot stronger than the rest of the characters. He'll do this one first for accessories. Yeah, we just finished it. We just finished it. Yeah, Saz gets a lot of HP too. So does Snow, obviously, because Snow is just a sentinel. He just takes a whole bunch of. Oh, was it? Oops. You're good. That's funny. Yeah, so that's the thing I'll be doing. I'll be focusing on getting Vanille to her 5th level Saboteur, because that's gonna make the grinding for CP a lot easier, because I can do some death cheese for the short term, and then once we get strong enough, we'll be able to just do some regular grinding after that. But yeah, right now it's gonna be kind of a slog, and that's not something that will be very fun for stream. So it's not something I'm going to do on stream. But at this point, like I said, nothing in the Grand Pulse area is even remotely a threat, except for the big tortoises, the big turtles. But everything else here, we can slap around like it's no big deal now. We're way stronger than them now. But yeah, that's it, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed the Final Fantasy 13 series. That was a lot of fun. Obviously, like I said, we still are planning on doing the trilogy, the rest of the trilogy. We're going to be playing 13-2 and Lightning Returns as well. That will be after Final Fantasy 12, mostly because, first of all, I have to use the PlayStation 3 versions for that, for me to actually play it. And for folks that are in the know, or for folks who might remember, I've been having a lot of issues with the capture card. So it may be that I might not be able to get to the last 2 trilogy games until I figure out a solution for the capture card. But as it stands for now, we're gonna try it once we get to that point. Once I finish Final Fantasy 12, we'll tackle that bridge when we get there. And hopefully we'll have just found a solution by then. And if not, then it is what it is. I'll try to figure out something else. Maybe I'll try to do some like mods and stuff to see if I can make the Steam versions work. Because I do own the rest of the trilogy on Steam. I have Lightning Returns. I have 13-2. So worst case scenario, I can just try to make those 2 Steam versions work. I think the last game is a lot better than the first and then the second one, rather, in terms of performance. So I think it's going to be okay. But the 13-2 game, I'm genuinely concerned about. So we'll try to do what we can. Obviously, hopefully we can get it worked out and get it done. But it should be okay. Yeah, it should be okay.